Loch Lomond 12-year-old. A high or a low? Stay tuned for the Whiskey Whistle. Heyo, my whiskey curious friends. Mark here from Whiskey Whistle, your wise choice in independent whiskey and spirits reviews, bringing you Loch Lomond 12-year-old Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. This is 46% ABV. It's unchill filtered. I believe it's natural in color. It's got the nice dark glass. However, on second look, it doesn't actually say so on the label. I hope it is. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, but if not, I'm sure very little is used because they're really stepping up their integrity. Anyway, so 2019 Whiskey of the Year for Whiskey Whistle. We're going to check out the color of the whiskey. Then we'll have a look at the legs, followed by the nose, the palate, and the finish before giving it a Whiskey Whistle whiskey score. So stay tuned right till then. If you've tried this, let me know your thoughts, whether it's good or whether it's bad. I'd love to hear from you, all right? Okay, on to the color. Now, some cool things about the Loch Lomond distillery while we're looking at the color. They use 4 different types of stills. This one, however, uses just pot stills and their Loch Lomond stills, which is kind of like a big column, copper column on top of a pot still. Check it out online. It's very cool. The other two stills are column stills, and in-house they can do absolutely everything. From single malt to blended malt to blended Scotch to single grain to blended grain. They can do it all. So very cool. All right, now let's check out the legs of the Loch Lomond 12-year-old. Here we go. All right, now what do you see there for legs? It's very slow. Look at how slow it starts. And then we just see that starting to drizzle down. Very heavy, very thick whiskey. Look how slow that is. This is one of the slowest I've ever seen for legs for whiskey. Incredible. Hopefully that's going to mean that's going to have a very rich, thick mouthfeel. On to the nose. You get a nice light Highland peat. It's earthy. It's a little bit smoky, kind of like a brush fire. That slight hint of fallen leaves. You get a sweetness that's kind of like brown sugar. And interesting, a little bit of nutmeg, which I don't normally get from American oak. By the way, this is all American oak, ex-bourbon, refill, and rechar. And then they got some nice tropical fruits in there. Really ripe guava. Some nice ripe mango. Ripe kiwi. The kind of kiwi that's so ripe it's almost getting alcoholic. Oh, it's just, the more I smell it, the more I love it. It is just gorgeous, and this is why I gave it the 2019 Whiskey of the Year award. Beautiful. Something slightly minty or kind of like basil. Interesting. Lovely nose. Okay, on to the palate. Cheers, everybody. Just as I thought, thick and rich, mouth coating, tropical fruits, puffs of peat, that ripe mango, delicious, kiwi. Ripe kiwi though, not that sour, underripe or just ripe, but the actual overripe peach, overripe kiwi that probably most people wouldn't eat, but you know, you should try it so you can experience what that flavor is like, and to see what natural fruit fermentation is like. There's a little bit of something walnutty here. A rich walnut, tropical fruit. On the palate, the peat is working in the background to bring about some different flavors in amongst the rest of the palate. So you don't really get an overpowering peat or even a medium peat. It's very subtle. This reminds me somewhat of, well, a little bit of Springbank. It also reminds me a little bit of Fettercairn Fior. You know, it's just so lovely in the mouth. It's not powerful. This is 46%, but it acts in your mouth like a buttery smooth, straight 40%. Very, very nice. Let's add a bit of water. All right, should be all mixed up. Let's check that out now. With water, it's a bit dustier. The peat subsides, and you definitely do get a little bit more sweetness on the nose. The tropical fruits are still there. It's very, very nice. With water, without, beautiful, just a little bit different. Let's check out the palate then. Cheers again. With water, you can expect a little bit richer sweetness. Still very delicious tropical fruits. The walnuts seem to be accelerated in some way. There's something a little bit dry coming through towards the end of the palate. And if you play with it on your tongue, you get wafts of peat coming through still. So definitely a bit of peat here. They mention it also, so that's obviously something that they want to showcase, and it definitely is showcased throughout the whole event. All right, the finish one more time with water. A little bit drier, still very tropical fruity. That nut is very prominent in the finish here, the walnut. Subtle wafts of peat coming through. It's carrying on very long, a very, very long finish for a 12-year-old whiskey. Excellent. Gorgeous stuff, boy. Now, you know, I hugged this in my Whiskey of the Year video. I'm going to do it again. Thank you so much for this. Keep it coming. I'm looking forward to trying more from you. The WhiskyWhistle whiskey score for Loch Lomond, 12-year-old, folks. What's that going to be? It's going to be 93 out of 100. Yes, you heard right. 93 out of 100 is the WhiskyWhistle whiskey score for Loch Lomond, 12-year-old. All right. For those of you watching, thanks for watching all up till now. Make sure you leave a comment if you've tried this or if you're looking for it. And hit subscribe. Join WhiskyWhistle here. Click the bell to make sure you get all the notifications. And download the app if you haven't, and just set that for badges only. So you're just notified by badges of new videos on my channel or whatever other channel you're subscribed to. And lastly, I would really love it if you would bring your mojo to WhiskyWhistle on Patreon. Become a patron, patreon.com/WhiskyWhistle. Check me out there, okay? 93 points. What do you think? Leave a comment. All the rest. We'll see you soon, okay? Take care, everybody. Goodbye. Thanks for watching Whiskey Whistle. Be sure to subscribe, and don't forget to give this video a like, and leave a comment down below. Be sure to stay tuned next time to join me, the host of the show, Mark, as I explore more whiskeys with you. Take care now, and we'll see you next time.